So welcome to 7.3, the distributive property. Now in 7th grade you should have spent quite a bit of time learning the distributive property, but you need to remember all of that for 7.4. So we're going to spend a day reviewing. Right? So let's make sure we understand, right? So order of operations says that you add inside a group, parentheses first, 7 plus 5 is 12. That is the time symbol, not x. Notice the difference. This is intentional here. There's the time symbol at the top. There's the letter X at the bottom. I use the same font in every lesson. So 3 times 12 is 36. Now notice, this one is 3 times 7, 21. 3 times 5, 15. Also adds up to 36. These have the same answer. And the reason is, when you have 3 times 7 plus 5, this is the way you would have written it for distributive property. When you have that, right, you can do what we did here, or you can multiply 3 times 7 and 3 times 5 and add them together. The distributive property says that those have the same answer for any values that we put in that sort of combination. Let me just say that. Say you have 2 times x plus y. You can add x plus y if I tell you what they are and then multiply by 2, or you can do 2x plus 2y, multiply them both by 2, and then add them. Either works. And what says that is the distributive property. Now we're going to use the distributive property today, but let's see this here. X equals 6, so 2 times 6 plus 4 here, or 2 times 6 plus 2, right? 2 times x, all right, plus 2 times 4 is 8. So this and this are the same for all values of x, not just 6. But we're going to prove it for 6. 6 plus 4 is 10. 2 times 10 is 20. 2 times 6 is 12. 2 times 4 was 8. And that one's also 20. Right? I changed this to a million, right? As I did for, right? You would get over here 1,000,004, and then you would get 2,000,004, all right? If the x was a million. Here, you'd get, whoops, 2,000,000, 1,000,004 times 2 is 1,000,008. My fault. Oops. 1,000,004 times 2 is 1,000,008. 2,000,008. Boy, I just said that wrong twice now. And then this one is 2,000,000 plus 8, which is also 2,000,008. Okay. So, again, distributive property says I could add those, right? 3 plus 7, get 18. Do 2 times 18 plus 5, 36 plus 5 equals 41. But the distributive property says I could also do 2 times 3 plus 2 times 7 plus 2 times 8 plus 5, and that will have that same answer, 41. But why would I do that? It doesn't save me any work. In fact, I think it's more work. Well, when you don't know one of these numbers, you have missing information, x or y, it is very helpful. And that's what we're going to be doing today. Okay. So, right, we have x and y here, and we don't know what they are. But so how can we make this simpler? Well, distributive property. 5 times x, 5x. 5 times y, 5y. 5 times 3, 15. And because these are pluses, these are pluses. Right? So we're going to multiply all of those by 7, right? This means multiply because whenever you don't see an operation, it means multiply. So 7 times 8x is 56x. 7 times 8 is 56. 7 times 8x, 56x. 7 times y, 7y. 7 times negative 9, right? That's minus 9, but you treat it as 7 times negative 9 is negative 63, which becomes minus 63 without doing anything. Right, so 9 times 6 is 54, so 9 times 6x is 54x. 9 times 5 is 45. Now, on the test, when we get there, numbers, the first two, every single person here will get it, that's listening to my voice will get it right. I change it to just 2, and there's this group that forgets they do this. They go, oh, and then they just put a 9 there. No, the distributive property says everything gets multiplied. And they do it when there's 3, everyone remembers. But for some reason, when there's only 2 terms inside the group, there's people forget to do the second one. You have to multiply everything. That's what the distributive property says. And this right? We almost always write the number in the front of the parentheses, but if we did write it backwards, it's the same thing, 24x. 7 times negative 7 is negative 42, so that's minus 42. All right, so area, this is not perimeter. Area of a rectangle, length times width, right? So you're multiplying 5 times 3x plus 2. Now, when you write this, you must put the 3x plus 2 in parentheses, because if you don't, you get the wrong answer, because that tells you to multiply both the 3x and the 2. We're multiplying this entire side times that entire side. So it's 15x plus 10, right? If you write this, right, that means 15x plus 2, and that's not the area, because you have to multiply that 2 as well. So you have to put it in 3x plus 2 in parentheses, then you have to use distributive property and multiply everything inside there. And so what is the area of this rectangle? It is 15 times some missing information plus 10, right? Maybe you don't, this is a kitchen in your house, and you don't know the size of the refrigerator you're going to buy, but you know you want 3 times that size plus 2 more feet or 2 more inches or whatever it is. Well, you still can make things simpler, right? So the area of the floor area of that kitchen will be 15 times whatever that missing information is plus 10 more. All right, so we're going to write an expression for the total cost here. So there's 4 of each. So there's an apple, a banana, and grapes. 4 of each, 4 times the whole thing. So that's, you could write this differently, but that's what I'm after here. And then that would equal 12x plus 4y, and 4 times 0.5, oops, is 2. All right, so that's what I'm after there, 4 of each. Okay, we have to be able to distribute fractions this year. Now, right, you're going to multiply both of these times 1/7. So 1/7 times x is 1/7. 1/7 times 28. Please look for canceling. I wrote them so they come out nicely. Right, so that's equal to 1/7 x plus 4. Right, you multiply both of those times 1/7. All right, 2/9. Now, if you can do it in your head, great. If you can't, you come over to the side. Right, we have to do 2/9 times both of these. Right, the 9's cancel, and you get 2x over 1, which is 2x. Here, we're multiplying times negative 27. 9 goes into 27 3 times, so we have 2 times negative 3, negative 6 over 1, but that's negative 6. And so this simplifies to 2x minus 6, distributing a fraction. Now, remember, you're going to multiply everything in the parentheses, but only the things in the parentheses. So 7 times 8 is 8x is 56x. 7 times y minus 7y, and then you stop there, right? Those are x's, those are y's, those are numbers. You cannot add them together because they're not like terms. You're done, all right? Do not do more. You can't, right? They have to be be combined. They have to be like terms. Those are not like terms. So let's do this. That's 18x, 6 times 7, 42, minus y. You do not multiply that times 6. It's not in the parentheses. If I wanted you to multiply that by 6, right, I'd put the parentheses behind it, all right, but I didn't do that, so don't. All right, so when there are like terms, you must combine them. So you can't combine them when they're not like terms, and when there are like terms in your expression, you have to combine them. So let's see that. 3 times 2x, 6x. 3 times 4, 12, right? Now, you have 12 plus 5. You can't leave that because those are like terms. Those are numbers, but right, you have to go and finish it. The one above there is not finished because 12 plus 5 can be added together. All right, so distributive property, 4x plus 36 minus 3x. There are like terms. X's, 4x minus 3x is 1x. We're going to write it as x plus 36. So you get like terms after you do the distributive property in your homework. Right? If they're not like, you leave it. If they are alike, you have to combine them. Same thing here. We get 10x minus 6 minus 7x. We're going to subtract that 7x from the 10x, and we get 3x minus 6. 5 times 3x, 15x. minus 5 plus 8. That's negative 5 plus 8, which is positive 3. So you write plus 3. Okay, so what time multiplying 6x minus y would have made 18x minus 3? Well, it's got to be 3, right? 3 times 6x, 18x. 3 times negative y, negative 3y. The question mark was 3. Same thing here. What did the question mark have to be? Well, the question mark had to be, hopefully, 8. You see, 8 times 2x is 16x. 8 times negative 5, negative 40, or minus 40. So let's practice. Oh, these are supposed to be multiplication dots, which sometimes the computer does not like. So, right, name the property that says 7 times 3 plus 8 is the same as 7 times 3 plus 7 times 8. And hopefully the property name is distributive. This will be true, no matter what the numbers are in that position. 12 times x plus 5, right, equals 12x plus 60. You have to multiply both of those. This equals 8x minus 32y plus 24, right? Minus because it's minus, plus because it's plus. This is 7x plus 21y minus 9. You're done. Stop, right? Don't do any more. Distributing a fraction. 3/7 times 7x. The 7's cancel, you get 3x. 3/7 times negative 14. You get 3 times negative 2, negative 6. It's 3x minus 6. Keep going. 9 times 2x, 18x. 9 times 6, positive 54. We do not multiply the 50, but we do have to combine our like terms. 36x minus 60 plus 4x. There's like terms. So we add 36 plus the 4x, because the plus goes with the 4x. 40x minus 60. 12x minus 15 minus 10x plus 17. 12x minus 10x, 2x. Negative 15 plus 17, positive 2. 2x plus 2. Find the total cost of 4 of each item. 4 of, there's a 3x, there's a y, and there's a $2.50. Okay, so that equals 12x plus 4y, and 2.5 times 4 is 10. What did the question mark have to be here? Well, it has to be 7. 7 times 4x, 28x. 7 times negative 6y. All right, good luck with your homework.